When we communicate with each other, express our thoughts and ideas through words which make complete sense. A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. It contains a verb and a subject. Examples: this is a new school. I like to play cricket. My aunt lives in Chennai. I have many friends. Features: a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. It starts with a capital letter. It ends with a full stop if it states a fact. It ends with a question mark if it asks a question, or an exclamation mark if it expresses a sudden feeling of surprise, joy, or sorrow. Kinds of sentences. There are 4 kinds of sentences. Sentences: declarative, assertive, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory. Declarative, assertive sentences. A sentence that declares or states something is a declarative sentence. Declarative sentences are of 2 types: negative and affirmative. Affirmative sentences affirm a proposition. Examples: he goes to school. The school reopens today. Negative sentences negate a proposition. Examples: he cannot dance. She is not well. Features: an assertive sentence makes a statement. It ends with a full stop. An assertive sentence can be positive or negative. Imperative sentences. Sentences that express a command, request, advice, order, or suggestion are called imperative sentences. Examples: please tell me what happened. Request: do your homework properly. Order. Features: an imperative sentence ends with a full stop. It tells us to do something through request, command, order, advice, or suggestion. Interrogative sentences. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. Example: what are you doing? Features: an interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. It asks something. It begins with words like how, what, when. Exclamatory sentences. Sentences that express strong feelings or emotions are called exclamatory sentences. They end with an exclamation mark. Examples: what a beautiful dress it is. Features: an exclamatory sentence ends with an exclamation mark. It usually begins with what or how. It expresses feelings. Parts of a sentence. A sentence has 2 parts: subject and predicate. The baby, subject, is sleeping. Predicate. Subject. A subject is that part of a sentence that names the person or thing about whom something is said. Predicate. A predicate is a word or a group of words that tells us something about the subject. Features: the subject is usually placed before the predicate, but sometimes the order is changed. The subject remains the same in spite of change in its position. Examples: the letter, subject, came after a few days. Predicate. After a few days came, predicate, the letter, subject. In imperative sentences, the subject is always you.
ఏంట్రా
It is not mentioned, but implied.
తాగుద్దా
Examples: go there. It means
వస్తుంది.
you go there. Again, in questions and exclamatory sentences, we find out what or who the sentence is about and identify the subject. Examples:
ఇయ్యన్నా
have you been to the market? The subject is you, while have been to the market is the predicate. Phrases and clauses.
ఇయ్యో
Phrases. A phrase is a group of words that make sense but not complete sense, since it does not have a subject and a verb. Features. A phrase does not convey complete sense. It does not have a subject and verb. Examples. In the garden, at the village, pros and cons, in spite of, in front of, on the chair. A phrase usually forms a part of a sentence, but does not convey complete sense. The above examples do not have a subject or a verb. Clauses. A clause is a group of words with a subject and a verb and is usually a part of a sentence. It may or may not make complete sense. Example. The boy is going to the market. Clause. The boy is going is a clause since it has a subject, the boy, and a predicate is going. Features. A clause has a subject and a verb. It may or may not make complete sense. It is usually a part of a sentence.